Hey, welcome back. For those that have been to the channel before, for those that have not, if you would like to skip ahead and hear the tarot immediately and or the oracle, which we'll do first actually, the timestamps are in the description box below. So just go to the description box and click on the timestamp and it'll take you right to the portion of the reading that you would like to be at, or the video for the reading you'd like to be at, something like that. As for anyone who's going to stick around and listen to me talk for just a second, I normally tell you to like, subscribe, and all that jazz. I've decided I want to stop trying to sell. It just makes me, I don't know, it feels funny. I feel like I'm trying to sell you something, and that's not the purpose of me being here. So instead, I'm just going to tell you that word meditation was a little weird. It's always a little weird. I don't know why I make it sound like it's going to be different every time. Hold on one second. Excuse me. Okay, so why was it weird tonight? Because I do my word meditation separately in another space. And when I do, sometimes I get like images, sometimes not so much. Sometimes it's like just words. And then I ask spirit. Okay. And then I ask spirit, you know, like, is this what you mean? And then sometimes I'll get images that way. So no real weird words, not weird. But, oh, and it's what is the date? I keep doing this. I should know what the date is, shouldn't I? But I just don't operate that way. It is Monday, January 26th. For me in the Southeast United States. So by the time you see this, it'll probably be the 27th, technically, because it takes forever to upload. For others, it may be even before or after. I don't really know how. I should know more. I sound so stupid when I say these things out loud, but it's fine. I don't really know how time zones work. I mean, obviously you're behind or you're ahead, right? Like California is 3 hours behind me. So it makes sense that I'm going to stop talking. Anyway, about that. Okay. So anyway, I was doing word meditation and I was in another space, and in the other space doing word meditation, I get to the very end and then songs come to me. Sometimes songs come, sometimes they don't. Two of the songs I've been singing kind of off and on for like days now. And it really just hit me tonight. The video I did I do a video yesterday, day before yesterday? Whenever I did the last video, I was like, hello, hi, hey, that kind of space, vibe, whatever. And I didn't realize that I was doing like an extra hello, like an extra, I don't know why that matters, but the song that came out at the end, well, it'll make sense. So for the word meditation, if any of these things and or images that come to you per these words that I'm about to share that came to me, if any of this resonates for you, then there's something about this reading that's purposeful. That's how it works for me. So the first word, rehoming, then sacred eye, which led to triangles and diamond. And this is hilarious for another reason that I'll get into at the end of this part. Sacred eye, triangles, diamond. Then I heard the veil, specifically metaphysical barrier. Okay. Like the veil has been lifted, that kind of thing. Infringement, specific to personal autonomy. Sanctum, and then wood, trim, and daffodils, like an image of a shelf, something, or a window, but wood, trim, and daffodils, dark wood. Okay. Disenfranchised from community, tradition, or divine self. You take it if it's for you, or don't try, and if it's not. And then a summoning, as above, so below. Now, then, before I got into the songs that came to me, the tarot cards that I saw were the Death card, Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, or the World. I'm really not sure which one of those was coming to my brain, but it's one of those. The Sun and the Hermit. There will be something to do in this reading, I believe, with cleansing of self, cleansing of soul, or the Hermit. A lot about the Hermit for some reason. And a spiritual awakening and forging a path. So then the songs came. And again, these are songs that I've been singing to myself off and on for days. They're kind of random. One, not so much. One that came to my brain that I've never even heard before. Okay, so the first one was Adele's Hello. These are all just a little bit on the nose. And then Prince's song, Diamonds and Pearls. And then Sleep Token, if you're familiar with them, they have a song called The Summoning. Now, I've seen the title of this song. I've never heard this. Never heard the words. If you like Sleep Token, or if you just want to go look at the lyrics, it's not your kind of music, that's fine. Just go and read the words. And all of that came to me after. So it's for somebody, but also. Then I come into my space where I keep my cards and everything, right? And I look over, and sure enough, I was like, I think I'm going to use this deck tonight. And I'm so slow sometimes. I look over and I see my Mystic Mondays card. Can you see with the light? You see the eye? You see the triangles? You see the diamond? Wait. It gets better. The cards themselves. So we're going to use this deck because I feel like this is important. and now you know why. Longest story of life to get into that. But yeah, there's something about, for whoever tonight's reading, whoever you are, the multiple of you, sure, something like that. This is for you. I did not pre-shuffle tonight. I apologize. Spirit, please help us to decipher the messages that are meant to come through. And please allow whoever is meant to receive the messages to hear them and hear them clearly so that they can have the best opportunity for guidance. The best opportunity for guidance. Something about cleansing, spiritual awakening, forging a path. One more. One card for guidance for this reading, Spirit, please. One card for guidance. Spirit. To help guide this reading. That is more than one. She loves and the mother prays. We just had She Loves the other day, too. Okay. Oh, I really wanted to take them back because normally I don't take a card if it's not flipped over, but that feels right. Well, hello. And then one from Angels and Ancestors. I hope for anybody who has been dealing with the storm here, that you're okay, staying warm. This, when they call it a winter vortex, has been something else. And it doesn't look like we're done with it yet. see. One card for guidance. Spirit, one card for guidance. Angels and ancestors. Angels and ancestors. None? High Priestess. Huh. What's it called? The Eye of Horus? Right? Eye of Horus. Am I saying that right? I think I am. So that's also a little on the nose here. Let's do She Loves. 61, which is 7, and the Mother Prays, which is 6. That's kind of funny. 61 and 15. 61 and 15. If those numbers mean anything to you. She Loves. Forgiveness is here for you now. Can you partake of it? Forgiveness for your own self, for the times you messed up, didn't love, forgot to trust, tried to take over and decided against surrender. Forgiveness is here for you now, for the times when you couldn't forgive another, even if you really tried and really wanted to. She loves. She is here for you now. Open your heart to the angel goddess of forgiveness and let her feel your heart. You are free. This oracle brings you a message from the divine. You are forgiven. You are worthy of forgiveness and you are capable of great spiritual generosity and forgiving others. If there is a person that you cannot forgive, you are really just not forgiving yourself, perhaps for being vulnerable, for not knowing better, or for not listening to your own intuition. It's time to let that go and allow the forgiveness that the divine has for you to fill your heart. You are free now. You just need to realize it. And then the Mother Prays. You are being watched over. Many beings are aware of your existence. They know that your heart and your soul are pure even when you may doubt it at times because after all, you are a divine being masquerading as a decidedly fascinating mixture of light and darkness. Sometimes you may sometimes you may not feel so pure. That's okay. The Mother prays for you not because you are about to do something ridiculous and you might come to harm, but that you might not do something ridiculous and avoid living your full potential. She wraps you in waves of love, light, and consciousness that you may feel brave enough to live your life and not hold back from pursuing what is within your heart, or really letting it pursue you and giving in to its seduction. The Mother prays, so fear not and just live your life. This oracle brings you guidance. Ask for help from the Divine Mother who loves you unconditionally. Ask each day. She wants to help you, and you have to ask for that help to empower her to do so. You have her great blessing. I feel like everything has been, again, the saying on the nose. So maybe you had someone in your life that says that a lot or used to say that a lot. I do feel like perhaps some of this message that's coming through tonight is going to be for someone who has had to say goodbye to someone that they were very close to, perhaps their mother. And there could be some guilt there and or forgiving their mother. Forgiving their mother. It's possible. We're going to do the High Priestess now, which I think, High Priest, High Priestess. It's one of my favorite cards, really. Align with the light and focus on all things positive. The High Priestess is the physical embodiment of the divine feminine, the goddess in human form. She has had many names through time and space, but her essence has remained similar: fierce, powerful, and disciplined. Hold on. In many traditions, particularly pre-Christian, the High Priestess was in charge of spiritual and religious orders and was the voice of authority and guidance from the gods. The High Priestess in this deck is the consort and partner of the High Priest. If you look at them together, you will see they mirror each other's energy. Inspired by the Egyptian goddess Isis, she holds a sistrum, a musical instrument, in her left hand and an ankh, I think it's ankh, the Egyptian symbol of eternal life, in her right hand. She is joined by a black cat representing the Egyptian goddess Bast, who protects her from lower energies, and she stands strong in her glory and power. You are a mystic with the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond the human senses. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There is an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at what you are working on or at the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. If you are unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. When this card arrives, it's also important for you to check in with your intuition, as it will give you guidance that will be important for your growth. So strong, strong, strong feminine energy through the oracles, right? I'm going to say again, because this has come up for the last week or two, somebody who is stepping out of tradition, somebody who is breaking away from a specific organized religion. And the reason why I am highlighting that is because of the disenfranchised from the community, tradition, or divine self. Now, it could be that you walked away from a path that you had been raised in, or it could be that you walked away from a path that you've recently come to, that maybe there's guilt associated with the spirituality and or the way that you practice your spirituality. As above, so below, I believe, is a very important message for you, whoever this message is for, okay? We're going to see. We're going to get into the tarot, but definitely that recommendation with cleansing, something to do with cleansing yourself, cleansing your space. I think this is very important, because what I am feeling strongly is that whoever this message is for, you are going through a spiritual awakening, and in the forging a path, you're finding your own way through your spirit. And that's the other thing. Your spirituality does not have to look like a specific spirituality. There's no real, that goes against what some people believe. So I'm going to try and keep that one there's nothing that says that you can't piecemeal what's best for you. And if you don't know what I mean by piecemealing what's best for you, well, I'm going to encourage you, one, to Google a little bit, but two, if you're breaking away from organized religion or a specific spiritual practice that you have been told you can only do things one way, I'm going to say that's bullshit. I said it. I'm not the person that would, listen, who am I to you? Nobody. But I am telling you that inner peace does not always come. No, you need to hear it. Inner peace does not come from following one specific path. Inner peace comes from making your own path, because that is the only way that you will ever truly accept. It's when you're going against your true path that you feel these things that are not comfortable. And yes, sometimes you need to be uncomfortable in order to break free or break through. I feel like breakthrough is more appropriate. Yes, growth is uncomfortable, but when you are doing things and your whole entire spirit is like, this is not right, this is not right, this is not right, but you're trying to convince yourself like, well, it's right because, this is what the book says. It's right because this is what so-and-so who is a high priestess of, whatever spiritual practice that you follow, whatever the case is. If you are feeling that what you are being told or what you are being taught does not feel right, there's a difference between being uncomfortable and something not feeling right. Well, you need to listen to that feeling. and forge your own path. Whoever that's for. Always from heart center. Always for the good of one to the ill of none. No ill intention towards anyone. Right? So if you keep it about to the good of one. For the good of the one first. For your peace. We are officially, by the way, Neptune is in Aries. It has begun. You will feel some side effects from transitioning out of Pisces, but you are going to be feeling a lot of kind of roaring fire energy. You'll be able to settle into that as, you know, time goes on during the next 14 years, but it's real. Be careful if you have a lot of fire in your chart. Kind of lean into the Aquarius energy at this time, especially as we are transitioning fully. It is today. All right. Spirit, what messages do you have? I'm going to take this off. Spirit, what messages do you have? Upside down. Again. 9 of Swords. Oh, I hate this energy so much sometimes. Rehoming. Oh, shit. So, all right. If no one watching this should be under 18, okay? Period. We're going to say that right now. If for whatever reason, no one under 18 should be watching this. Whatever your age, if you have just experienced something uber traumatic, why am I saying it like that? And you are now being faced with having to find another place to sleep. Perhaps you're couch surfing. Perhaps you are aging out of a group home. Perhaps you're being told that because you're 18, you can no longer stay somewhere. And you don't know what you're going to do. Because you were not prepared. And there is something very spiritual happening at this time for you as well. And it's coming down to what you believe in humanity because of your personal experiences. I want you to know that there are resources available for you, and that you can literally use AI to help you find the places that you need to go right now. Okay. Like, I mean, if you can get somebody's phone, if you can get to a library so you can use, a computer, a laptop, if you don't have one, if you can borrow something from a friend and or someone that you know, maybe even in a job, a retail space. A printing supply store will have access. Yes, you have to pay for it, but if you have a few dollars, it'll be worth it because it'll get you the resources that you need. Don't think that $2 that you have in your pocket has to stay in your pocket for a drink if you can get a resource that allows you to get multiple drinks and multiple meals, okay? So, whoever this message is for, you are feeling like you are all alone right now. You are frightened, you are scared, you do not know which way to go. And this is for multiple storylines. That was probably just for a very select one person or few. But this 9 of Swords right here, you are feeling cold, you are feeling alone, you are feeling like you are on a rock by your home, you know. You need to look around, okay? You need to find your resources because you have them. We all have resources. It's just a matter of knowing where they are, knowing which resource to use, okay? There's somebody that is here to guide you. I don't know who it is for you, but you will know them when they come across your path. Take the helping hand, okay? Take the helping hand. Again, one person, maybe just a few. The Star, definitely, and the Four of Wands. Your guiding light is here, okay? Your guiding light is here. I keep hearing, don't sleep on this. Whatever the opportunity is that is coming your way, don't sleep on this, all right? Your guiding light is here. Again, the form of a helping hand and or resources available to you, finding the right resource, and then there's the foundation here. Now, in other decks, the Four of Wands is my bon voyage. This is literally the building blocks, putting the things together to create a solid foundation. For some, this is a pedestal. You have been put on a pedestal, or you put someone else on a pedestal, perhaps. But with that Star card, this is absolutely, you're building a solid foundation for yourself, even if it's through your own spirituality, through your own transformation. But there is something about home here. This is important. If you have been disenfranchised, I don't understand, but if you have been disenfranchised, don't lose faith. There is a helping hand coming. There is a helping hand coming. Okay. There is wish fulfillment here. This disenfranchised moment was to put you into the space for your solid foundation. You were not in a space before of a solid foundation. You do not have a solid you do not have a solid foundation before. This is a very strong message. You are building a solid foundation now. Why? You are building a solid foundation. Ace of Wands. What in the heck? Oh my goodness. Okay. Half these cards are upside down, half of them are not. So we know I don't do reversals. Ace of Wands. It is a new opportunity. A new idea. And a spark of recognition, I heard. A spark of recognition. Four of Wands to that Ace of Wands. The strong foundation. A spark of recognition. Temperance. What did I say? Was that? Yep. I said the sun. I might take a technicality on this one because the star, the sun is a star. But the Temperance card. It's about balance. It's about timing. It's about patience. It's about alchemy. So you see all these and you think, oh no, it's out of balance, but it's not, because this weight here, it'll equal this weight. Like this is a scale almost, right? Balance, patience, timing. You need to take the offered hand. You'll recognize it. You'll know. Five of Swords. This is all pointing to the truth. You see this one sword, right? And then these four. This is a very different deck, okay? It's all pointing to the truth. And these four might be against that truth, but that's okay. That truth stands. That truth prevails. Five is also about change. Have patience through this. Tamper the temper. Tamper the temper. Okay? Seven of Pentacles, definitely about the timing. The Temperance. There is a timing piece here. It is necessary. You have to have the faith. The Star is here. The foundation is being built. The new opportunity, an aha, a spark, perhaps the spark of hope. With the Temperance, be patient. It is right here. It is right here. You see? Oh, okay. The Hermit. I cannot tell a lie. It's happening. You had to come to this place. You had to have everything. It feels so scary. It was the only way that you were going to know what you were made of. That's what I heard. The only way you were going to know what you were made of. I just want you to see the timing piece here and look at the two feminine energies and the similarities there. Okay. I heard this was always part of the plan. Always part of the plan. So many things had to perfectly line up. So even though it feels terrifying and you might feel like you're alone. Shit. Nine of Wands. You're a fighter. Remember that. You're a survivor. Remember that too. But that's why you've been able to do this. Whatever this is, whatever has been happening, that's why you were able to go through it. You've had, and the intuition, your intuition, forgiveness, and the mother she loves, and the mother. You're getting stronger because of this. This is, and you're understanding that. This is the transformation. I said the Death card, right? And then we have the Emperor. Now, what's funny, when I was sitting there seeing the cards flash in my mind after the word meditation, I thought Emperor, Empress. I didn't write them down because I was like, for the love of everything, we have got to do something besides a divine counterparts love reading. And I was okay with that. Normally I would write, no, it came to your mind, so you got to write it anyway. You know, but Spirit and I had a little moment. And so, but here we have the Emperor. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, another change card. And it goes very well with that Nine of Swords, as well as that Hermit card. Having to go through this dark night of the soul, yet you're not alone. You're not alone. That Star is here from the beginning. That healing is here from the beginning. This foundation, this solid foundation has been built. It was necessary. Queen of Pentacles. Also minor for the Empress. Raising your vibration. Making something tangible. The Fool. Oh, happy day is what I heard. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. It's an old song. I couldn't even tell you the words. I just remember that part. That's the transformative experience. The spiritual awakening and the forging of the own path. The Fool, most certainly. With the Hermit right under. Oh, shit. Sorry. The Star, the Hermit, the Fool. The Star, the Hermit who follows, they take their North Star, they take their inner light, they bring it out, they follow it up the pinnacle of the mountain to find out what all they can handle, the leading their own way, letting their light lead their own way, their wish fulfillment. They already had it all along right here. Their wish fulfillment was here in the chest, took it out and said, okay, lead me to where I need to go. Up the top of the mountain, you're there, you see everything below, and it's like, aha, and now I know how to apply this. And then this is when the full emergence, that's what I heard, breaking free, spiritual awakening, forging the own path. Forging the own path. I don't know what's going on, but you're getting the words as they're coming. The Four of Wands, Nine of Wands. Something about no, maybe. Four of Swords, Ace of Cups, and Knight of Cups. I think this is the sanctum. Something about making your home your home. Your home is here, is what I heard. Your home is here. That understanding. And when you get the helping hand, when you get the person, when the recognition happens, that is the understanding. Home is here. Ace of Cups. Potential for love. This could be self-love. Does not have to be a partnership. But then there's also the Knight of Cups. But this could be you taking the moment for yourself. Again, it could be spirit offering, but I mean, you got the Temperance, the Emperor, and the Knight of Cups. It does feel like the timing had to be right in order for the Emperor to offer. And then you have Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Give me a Five of Wands or a Five of Cups and I'll say you knew it all along. You knew it all along. I cannot with this. I cannot with this. You knew it all along. The Three of Swords to the Queen of Cups, to the Seven of Cups, to the Ten of Wands. You knew it all along. You had to sift through everything to understand in order for this to finally, the burden, to let go of the burden. The 10 is the completion, right? I'll show you. Healing, full healing, understanding the emotions and the pain that come with them. Actually, this was like this, sorry. All the options, all of the choices, everything you had to do, and it felt like too much. It is too much, perhaps. And you're like, I'm done with that. That's the 10, the completion. Big change. 5, 5, 5. Big change. I love this, actually. I love this for you. I mean, this is hanged woman, not the hangman. Two of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. And on the bottom is the Chariot. It's about to happen. Whatever it is, this understanding, this disenfranchised, the having to leave what you've always known. Oh. Having to leave what you've always known, that's about to come to a close. It's getting ready to speed up quick. For some, there was a battle here, a battle of, I heard a battle of wits. That's, but a battle of wits. Wow. The Princess Bride, for whoever that's for. this journey, this transformative, it could be Scorpio, Emperor energy, Scorpio, Aries. This could be the spirit warrior activated for a divine masculine. I believe this reading is for the divine feminine, for your divine feminine. But for some, two people, one had to go through the transformation, the dark side of the soul was, like the shadow work, do shadow work. For the other, the feminine energy, this Queen of Pentacles had to trust and let go. The Sanctum Foundation, Nine of Wands, fighting for it, and then leaning and resting in, like, understanding. It was the only way that this Ace of Cups was going to emerge. Yeah. Guidance, spirit. Well, hello. Nine of Cups. So I saw it in the deck. Nine of Cups. It is wish fulfillment. Your star energy. Guidance, please, spirit. Three of Cups. Could be that community. 9 to the 3. Understanding to let free. There's the star. This is definitely wish fulfillment. This is definitely, this is big. Big transformative experience for the person who is feeling very scared by their current circumstances, having to let go, having to forgive. There's the Ace of Cups and there's the Queen of Swords. What I say, you knew this all along. If I got the other 5, you knew this all along. Yeah. Aquarius energy, double Aquarius, triple Aquarius, depending on how you look at it. I mean, the Star and the Queen of Swords. Like supreme Aquarius energy. And we are in the age of Aquarius, and this is your new love beginning, whether love of self or love with another. But you knew this all along. You knew this is the way that it had to go. Doesn't make everything feel good. It does not make everything feel good, okay? Oh, that's funny. That's the thing about history. I had this conversation a little bit today. The thing about history is that it's not always pretty. In fact, history is not pretty. There are beautiful moments throughout history. There are amazing things that have happened throughout history. But history itself can be absolutely devastatingly tragic, horrible, the worst of the worst. They don't stop existing just because you ignore them. The bad moments don't go away just because you're like, oh, I'm not going to focus on those. That's toxic. You knew this all along. A tumultuous ride. A tumultuous ride. What the hell? I know whoever this message is for, you've got me working. I swear another card fell. No? Am I crazy? Maybe. Oh. There's your 4 of Swords again. The smooth sailing. Guidance, please, Spirit. Guidance. Lean back. Relax. You're prepared. The Sun. You're prepared. You're prepared. As scary as it is, you're prepared. You've gone through a lot worse. And you have built a solid foundation of hope and faith. Do not give up on your own hope and faith. Okay? Take all the pieces, all the things that make sense to you, and you hold on tight to that. That is your personal spirituality. That is your individuality. That is your heart center. And that is where you should walk from. Okay? Mm-hmm. 6 of Swords. What did I say? Smoother waters. From the tumultuous, I guess. guidance. Hello. Ace of Pentacles. And that's your new beginning. And I'm leaving it there. I think this is it for tonight. You know who you are. And I hope in some of this, you got an answer that you needed. Definitely look for the resources. Utilize the ones that you already have at your fingertips. You don't have to you don't have to go into an extreme in order for extreme things to happen to in your life. To your life? Yeah, that too. We'll leave it there. Have a good night.